So this next canning recipe involves potatoes. I got to peel and cube all these potatoes, at least what I got left. I know it costs for 9 pounds. We're not doing 9 pounds. We're going to do what we can. So I'm going to peel these and cube them, and I'll be right back. So the next thing we need to do is chop up some kale, about 1.5 pounds. I got a pound package, so I'm going to chop it up, which is pretty much chopped up, but I'm going to double check, like cut this in smaller pieces. Please look through your packaged kale and of course wash it. You do not want the thick stems like this in your soup that we're making. Just so you know, I just seen another one right there. We're going to take that out of there. And of course, we're going to wash them. Wash that big old bowl. So in a large stock pot, we are going to brown 3 pounds of sausage. Yep, that's right, 3 pounds of sausage. This will supposed to make about 7 quarts, but I'm going to only do 6 because it's going to be tonight's supper. So I'm going to get that going, and then I will see you on the other side after we get it brown. Well, in a little bit after we get it all in the pan. We want to stir this often and of course break up our sausage as we're browning it. I did add a little bit of olive oil to the bottom of this. I think adding a little bacon grease would really give this some flavor. But I didn't do that this time, so maybe next time. I hope you're enjoying preserving into 2026. And this sausage was sort of kind of on sale, but I want to put this on my pantry shelf, and it is good soup, y'all. It is good. It is delish. And of course, after I'm going to be doing Make It May 26 in the month of May, of course, where we take our pantry items and we turn it into something yummy goodness. So stay tuned for that. And I may or may not try to do a video Monday through Friday every week of that month. We'll just have to wait and see what that looks like. So I'm going to continue browning this, and I'll be back when it gets brown, because then we're going to add our veggies and we're going to add some other things. One other item to this. Now that we have our sausage brown, I'm going to add 10 cups of broth. You could do 10 cups of broth, 5 cups of broth, 5 cups of water. It don't matter. And we're going to add our veggies to that, the potatoes and the kale. I am going to do the kale and kind of rinse it off as we go. So we're going to add that, and then I'll be right back. Is this all the kale? No, I'm going to kind of let it wilt down before I add the rest of it. And to this, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of salt, and iodine salt. And I'm also going to add about 2 teaspoons of pepper. So I'm going to let this kale wilt down. We got to bring this to a boil first, but I want to make sure I get all my kale in there before I finish. Now that we're boiling, we need to lower the heat down and simmer it for 5 minutes. So knowing that, I'm going to go ahead and turn my heat on underneath my pressure canner, because this is a pressure canning recipe. Most of your soups are pressure canned, just a FYI, except for tomato soup. I don't think tomato soup is, not 100%. I've made it in the past. I've made this in the past. So we're going to let this simmer for 5 minutes, and then we'll be putting it in our jars. Now we fill our jars for most of the all of our soup mixture up to about 1 inch headspace. So now we're going to take the rest of it, and we're going to take the broth and fill it up to an inch headspace. So I probably have too much water in here, but I'd rather have too much than not enough. So I only got, I got 6 quarts. But the last quart will be our supper tonight, and there was a little bit of juice left. So I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on and wait for the 10 minutes before I put my weight on, and we will be doing it for 90 minutes at 10 pounds of pressure. At least I will for my area, my altitude. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll show you what the finished product looks like.